Goes the family. Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. I was supposed to go live last night, but I busted my butt so much yesterday. I was just like, you know what? I'll go live tomorrow. So since I'm out and about today, usually I'm not out and about on Saturdays like that, but I figured I'd see what's going on. I went driving for dollars. And if you don't know what that means, and if you don't know, I do wholesaling on the side to the point where I can, look for distressed properties and have good quality conversations. As the TTP people would say, talk to people, would say, have good quality conversations with homeowners, distressed property homeowners, contractors, investors, things of that nature. So that's one of my goals that I'm implementing in 2021 is to just get out there and talk to people, whether I know, whether I don't know, and just go from there. So like I said, I'm trying to get better at going live on Instagram more. So that's why I'm alive right now. So like I had to stop by the grocery store and whatnot. I was like, let me go live now before I head back to the house and, get out of this cold weather and away from these crazy people. So see what the deal is. If you're out there, let me know how your Saturday is going. Let's have a conversation and we go from there. It's the Martin Luther King weekend, so nothing but love and respect to the King family. The ones that are still alive, nothing but love and respect and blessings to the Dr. Martin Luther King legacy. A lot of love and respect for Dr. Martin Luther King. Even though there's a lot of other historical African American figures that are not talked about enough, that was the first one I ever knew of as a child. And I got nothing but love and respect for that, for his story and various other stories like that from those generations. Because the one thing I remember, because my whole thing is talking about business. And the one thing that's not talked about enough during the civil rights movement, every movement, no matter what, has to be financed, And the one thing I respect about that generation, because Martin Luther King would have been 92 today. So the one thing I respect a lot about my grandparents and great-grandparents' generation the most from an African-American perspective is that ownership was so important now. And not just ownership of a nice fancy car or overpriced house, but if you could own a business on any level, just like a lot of people who immigrate to the United States, they take pride in the kind of businesses that they own, whether it's a landscaping business, a cleaning business, a car shop, a restaurant, cleaners, any sort of business. There's pride being taken in those businesses, lawyer's office, doctor's office, or if you say in Spanish, abogados y doctores or doctors, it's like, there's a lot of pride taken in that. And a lot of the things that Martin Luther King and various other people, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey's, the way that they were able to consistently push forward was because of a lot of African-American businesses that were owners contributing. They couldn't physically get involved, but financially they were able to get involved in a lot of other things in regards to hotels, cars, food, clothing, things of that nature. When it came to, a lot of things had to be financed. I forgot the individual's name, but he actually owned a fleet of hotels throughout the South, specifically in Alabama and whatnot. And he financed a lot of the civil rights movement and whatnot, especially when it came to organizations, the various organizations that were even out during that time frame that aren't out today. So that's why, when I hear business ownership being talked about, that's what catches my attention, and regardless of who was in office back then, you had a lot of African-American business owners more than, and landowners and homeowners more back then than you do today, so that's especially from a business aspect. So, and it's like I said, I grew up in Prince William County. I was, I was blessed to be able to grow up in Woodbridge, Virginia, to see a great, diverse group of people, to be around prior service and active duty military, service members, and always say thank you for your service, to well-rounded, very educated people from the bottom to the top, And one thing I could say, and I've said this on my videos many times, it's like in the county I grew up in Prince William County, known as Woodbridge, Virginia, people have been making money moves regardless of who the president is. And people have been making money moves regardless of who's, Yeah, people have been making money moves regardless who the president is, regardless who the governor is. Like when I remember back when Obama was first inaugurated in office, and we had the changing of the guards in Virginia from a governor's perspective went from Democrat to Republican. And of course, everybody, the media and the infinite wisdom was having a heart attack over the fact that Virginia was going to have a Republican governor. But I looked at the business community, and they didn't miss a beat. They was like, okay, what product is in demand, and how can I sell it? And I just think that that's one thing we need to get back to, is just not worrying so much about that and worrying about the ownership aspect of things and what's in demand, not just skill sets from a job perspective, but from a business owner perspective. Like the services that I offer is not only, like I said, when it comes to Patterson L properties, that's me wholesaling properties, whether I get it from a tax lien or whether I get a wholesale contract with a seller and a potential buyer. That's my real estate aspect, and then me buying rental properties. For my Larry's Anything Goes, I sell products online. I do affiliate marketing with Bitcoin, where basically you can just buy Bitcoin, buy like you wouldn't within the other program. And mine's with the GS Partners, Gold Standard Partners. I could buy Bitcoin. I buy a package. I prefer others to buy Bitcoin, and as we're buying Bitcoin, and buying packages and whatnot, we're making money off of each other while we're doing it from referring others to do the same thing. That's keeping currency in your circle. I haven't said that in a long time, and I think we need to get back to that. We spend so much more time on social media now because of the pandemic, but we spend less time really engaging with each other, and that's why I wanted to start going live more. But to get back to Martin Luther King, his legacy is a beautiful legacy, a legacy of hope, a legacy of prosperity, a legacy of nonviolence, a legacy of reality of what the world was, is, and can be. So I never ever would take Martin Luther King Day for granted, his actual birthday for granted, his holiday for granted. I would never do that. But that's just what it is. At the end of the day, it's just like, keep that positive circle around you. And like I said, when I say keep currency in your circle, I'm not just talking about people that you're going to make money with, but I'm just talking people that bring any sort of joy to your life from a positive perspective and not a detrimental perspective. But they bring joy to your life. They bring ideas to your life. They bring things to your life that help you become a better you. And in 2021, we need to help others become better thems, and not only just help ourselves become a better me. We can have a chance of where we can make us a better we. As a society, neighborhood, community, whatever terms you want to throw out there, there are opportunities for a multitude of things. But it's just about what you want to do at the end of the day. And I think a lot of people, have learned that being overly selfish is not the way. And I was talking last night about this. I was like, the winners in this country are going to be the real estate owners, the business owners, and the investors. With Donald Trump, with Joe Biden, with Kamala Harris, doesn't matter. That's irrelevant right now. The winners are going. The beautiful thing about a capitalistic country is it's a winners and losers society. Okay, but if you want to be on the winning team, you got to own something. Whether it's an asset, whether it's a business, you have to own something that you can make money off from a monthly basis or pull equity out of, so that you can make more money. But those are the people that are going to be the winners, because unfortunately, like I said, there's still up to 12 million people that are still unemployed right now, because of where we are as a society and where the pandemic is. And somebody made a mention of we need to bring a lot of these jobs back from these foreign countries, i.e. coal mining jobs, i.e. factory jobs and whatnot. And I'm all for it, but it's just not realistic. If a lot of white collar jobs are going to be taken away because you're not going to have as many people working in a corporate building. The new norm is going to be people working from their house. Okay, and even with a lot of factories, you have a lot of machines doing the work. Like the days of the assembly line in the U.S. for the most part are over with. we live in a skilled / knowledge-based society. Okay, I've known plenty of people who are mechanics, plenty of people who are any sort of blue-collar worker, from electrician, plumbing, what have you. But they had to get a skill set and they had to obtain their licenses. You know what I mean? So you can't just be basic anymore. I put it on social media today. Basic. Being basic. Basic actions creates a basic result. And then people want to complain why their pay is not going up, and they want to complain why, things aren't changing with their financial situation or even with your health situation. If you're constantly, doing unhealthy things, like if you drink alcohol every day, especially a lot of it, it's not the best for you. If you're constantly smoking something every day, it's not the best for you. If you're eating fast food every day, it's not the best for you. So it's what it is. Your health is your wealth at the end of the day. So you have to do your darndest to be a little bit healthier and take care of yourself. It's just what it is. And I think that's one thing that if anybody doesn't learn anything about 2020, it's about being more healthier and whatnot. So that's just my message today. What's going on? But that's just what it is, man. It's just like you gotta be real about yours, and you gotta take care of yourself, because especially if you have a family, you gotta be able to take care of yourself so that you can take care of your family. I know my family people out there, you want to be around for your people a lot more, so let's just call it what it is. It's just like life is too short. But I just had to give my 2 cents in regards to Martin Luther King's legacy. I got nothing but love and respect, and I nothing but love and respect. It's simple, sample central. If you want to chime in, go ahead. But yeah, I just had to keep it real on that one, man, because a lot of people are about a lot of talking, and this is action time. We're in Actionville right now, so that's just where I'm at with mine. So I'll leave it at that. I figured I'd give my 2 cents while I'm out and about, because I'm usually not out and about on Saturdays like that. Usually just make my videos from home. But on that note, family, I'm going to call it a day because I need to get back so I can handle some real business. I figured I'd just give my 2 cents and call it a day. So continuously make money moves, or live broke like a fool. Take care.